In this session, we will discuss two more special cases of Charpit's method. We have already discussed two special cases of Charpit's method. In this session, first we discuss separable form. That is given PDE is of the form GXP equal to H of YQ. That means one side is only function of X and P, other side is function of Y and Q. In this case, one is function of X and P, other is function of Y and Q, and they are equal. So that is possible only when they are equal to a constant. That is our step 1. Both are equal to a constant, that it be A. Now we have two equations. One is GXP equal to A and other is HYQ equal to A. By solving this equation, we get P in terms of X and A, but A is a constant. So ultimately P in terms of X. And similarly, by solving this equation, we get Q in terms of Y. We can treat A as a function of X as well as function of Y, because you can write A as either A into X raised to 0 or A is equal to A into Y raised to 0. So we get P is a function of X and Q is a function of Y. Next we substitute P and Q in our total derivative. That is dz is equal to phi of x dx plus psi of I dy. By integrating this equation, we get a complete integral. As a remark, we can also derive this equation number 1, from Charpit's equations corresponding to the given PDE. And what is the standard form of this given PDE? That is, what is our f? F is equal to find a complete integral of x square minus y square plus p square minus y square q equal to 0. Okay, it is clear that this PDE is of separable form. So first you separate this PDE as GXP equal to HYQ. This PDE become, so left hand side is a function of X and P, right hand side is a function of Y and Q. Okay. So our step 1 is we can equate this as a constant. But in this problem, here the one term is x square plus p square. Both are non-negative. So the constant should be non-negative. So we can take instead of a, we put a square. This is not compulsory. If you choose constant as a square, then you will get a nice representation of solution. Now we have two equations. One is, and the second one is, next we have to find P from this first equation and Q from the second equation. So P is equal to square root of a square minus x square. So Q equal to a square by y square minus 1. So this is our phi of x and this is our phi of y. Next we consider our total derivative. Substitute P and Q in this equation. Then we get now this expression is integrable. So integrate on both sides. This is in a standard form, square root of a square minus x square. Its integration is okay. In this side, a square is a constant, so integral of 1 by y square, that is minus 1 by y. So this become integral of 1 is y plus a constant of integration. So this is a complete integral. This involves two arbitrary constants a and b. This is the answer. The next special case is Clairaut's form. That is PDE of the form z is equal to px plus qy plus h of pq, some function of pq. Then this is not in standard form. So in standard form, this PDE become, so our f is z minus px minus qy minus some function of pq, h of pq. Then you can easily write the Charpit's equation by taking the derivatives of f. Then these are the Charpit's equations. Next we consider last two ratios. So dp by 0, this ratio implies p is a constant and this ratio implies q is another constant. Both are arbitrary constants. Then we substituting this p equal to a and q equal to b in given equation. Then we get a complete integral. Z is equal to ax plus by plus h of ab. So this is a complete integral for this PDE because this involves two arbitrary constants. Next problem. Find a complete integral of p minus q into z minus px minus qy equal to 1. We can rewrite this PDE as okay, now this is in Clairaut's form, or Clairaut's form is z is equal to px plus qy plus some function of pq. So this is h of pq. From Charpit's equations, we get p equal to a constant and q equal to another arbitrary constant. Substituting p equal to a and q equal to b in this given equation, then we get a complete integral. So a complete integral is equal to this is your homework. In next session, we will discuss method of separation of variables, which is the most widely used technique for solving linear homogeneous partial differential equations. Thank you.